Good morning. This is Monday, July 29, and the reason I'm making this video is because of my experience with Expedia. I want to know if somebody had similar experiences and what they've been doing about it. So recently I was debating whether to fly overseas into what country. So I made a reservation to a country through an airline using Expedia, and as soon as I couldn't get a seat, I turned around, and within half an hour I canceled the flight. So they didn't charge my Visa card because Expedia told me I had canceled the flight within 24 hours. So I canceled the flight. So then half hour later, I made another reservation using Expedia again, and another flight, but with a different airline. And the reason I chose the same airline the second time as in the past is because I flew with the airline before and had good experiences. So I thought maybe I was going to be able to choose a seat later on. But as soon as I made my reservation and I paid for my ticket, Expedia told me they were having technical difficulties and they were not able to assign me a seat. So I didn't cancel the flight because of that. I thought maybe later I was going to be able to call the airline with my Expedia itinerary and be able to get a seat. But that wasn't the case. They wanted the airline, they wanted the reservation number, the booking number, and I didn't have that. All I had was itinerary number, so I wasn't able to get a seat. So it was either wait for the last minute, 48 hours before the web check-in, and see if I could get a seat and do nothing and just wait, or meanwhile just keep trying to call the airline with my itinerary number from Expedia, or call Expedia and reschedule, or cancel the flight, or try to get my money back. But the ticket was not refundable. So I knew if I tried to get my money back, I was not going to get my money back because the ticket was not refundable. So the moral of the story is what I did, instead of just waiting. This was a very important plane trip for me. This visit to other country was very important. So what I did, I went straight to the country, to the airline, and I made a reservation to them. And I was able to see a diagram of the empty seats and the seats taken. So I was able to choose my seat to get there, and on the way back, I was able to get a seat. With Expedia, I was not able to do that because they were having technical problems. But I was able to do that with the airline. So now I'm just waiting for the next month, towards the middle of the next month. That's when my flight is gonna start. It's supposed to go, and hopefully I'll be able to go and with no problems. So my advice is for you gentlemen that are planning to fly overseas to another country is to check the prices with Expedia, and check the prices with the carrier, and there's not that much of a difference. Just book through the national carrier. Just make sure your plane ticket is refundable, because if it's not refundable, you are out of luck. You gotta be reschedule the flight and flight to another country whenever they have room, and you gotta follow instructions based on what they tell you. So my moral of the story is if you fly with Expedia, make sure your ticket is refundable in case you have to cancel, in case you have to change the flying dates. So if you have any experience to this, just make a comments on the section below and tell me what you think about it and what has been your experience flying through Expedia?